Valley number 2.
Okur, watch the jump here. So big.
Okur tipped it twice, just barely over the hands of Baird. And Mware will bring it up across the middle. Now Hakeem on the left side, looking, just pump faking. Kanab in a 2-3 zone, playing very far out. Hakeem dribbles back to the middle. Skip pass into Duan down low. Got Baird up in the air, and he finishes off the glass for 2.
Yeah, first bucket for Draper APA, but Baird did a great job of not landing on Duan.
And Baird's had a fouling problem all this year. Skip pass from Cass Mortensen from right to left. Now Mortensen at the top of the key gets it back from Kyle Brown and drains the 3-point shot.
Yeah, that was just what was missing last night, as Mortensen couldn't buy a bucket.
Okur into the middle, back outside to Mware. He's got it on the left wing. He'll swing it back out. Okur, long three-pointer way beyond the college line, and he drills it. Kyle Brown will now bring it across for the Cowboys. APA West Valley also in a 2-3 zone here. Glazier dribbling, gives it to Brown up at the top. Cash has it on the left side, looking inside to Maddox, doesn't get it. Now Brown dribbles right into the teeth of the defense at the free throw line. Kick out, Glazier, three-pointer on the right wing, goes off the back rim, and the rebound to Duan.
Yeah, way outside, just outside the college 3.
Okur thought about the 3 pump fakes, now dribbles left, puts it over Trey Castino, and it goes off long. Rebound to Kyle Brown. Goes behind the back at midcourt, kicks it in the corner. Trey Castino now back out. Kyle Brown throws it up. Hakeem almost tipped it. Cash Mortensen, another three-pointer. That one goes off the back rim and doesn't go. Rebound to Argumedo, and Okur bringing it up once again. Beautiful bounce pass into the free throw line to Argumedo. Back outside Hakeem in the corners. Three-pointer is good. Give the assist to Duan.
Second 3 of the game for Hakeem. I'm sorry, for the Eagles. First for Hakeem.
Brown driving middle, kick out, Cash Mortensen, pump fakes the 3, steps back on the left wing, back iron comes out, and the rebound goes long. It'll go out of bounds to the Eagles.
Yeah, Castino, he had a chance, but it went off the fingertips out of bounds. Mortensen 1 for 3 from downtown so far.
Okur brings it across midcourt on the Thunderbird logo. We'll give it to Mware. Thought about the 3 on the left side. Now swinging it back to Hakeem on the right. Mware up top. Hakeem fires a three-pointer on the right wing and drills it.
Peter Hakeem from downtown already with 6, and the lead to 8.
Lights out shooting from the Eagles to start. And Cash Mortensen to set it up. Kyle Brown at the top of the key, swings it back to Glazier on the left side. Trey Castino open in the corner. That one hits the back iron, rolls around, almost falls, but doesn't. Maddox Baird got the rebound. It'll be tipped out of bounds by Mware.
He could have put that right back up and in. I think he was a little bit intimidated by the player underneath the basket.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Okur yesterday with a massive block.
Oh, yeah.
And Baird must have seen that and decided not to go up.
I'd be nervous.
I would too. Hakeem comes up with the steal on Brown. Duan real fast down the lane. He puts it off the glass, lightning quick.
Here's that fast start we talked about.
13-3, 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Cash Mortensen's floater is off the glass, doesn't fall. Maddox Baird gets the offensive rebound, puts it back in.
He didn't pause on that one. He went right back up and in, which is exactly what you have to do with athletic players.
Hakeem skip pass to Mbara. His floater is good.
Yeah, Barrow, nice job. He steps in, knocks down the 8-foot jumper.
Cash Mortensen will give it to Kyle Brown on that right side. Extended 2-3 zone for the Eagles, up 10.
They like Mbarwa and Hakeem at the top with those quick hands.
Cash out to Trey Castino in the corner. He drills his second three-pointer. Well, his first 3, his second attempt.
Yeah, great job. He is a pure shooter. We've seen that all season long.
Okur into Mbarwa, back out Hakeem. He'll quick trigger three-pointer, rims in and out. Kyle Brown the rebound for the Cowboys, and he'll push up the pace. Up ahead to Cash Mortensen. It was tipped by Hakeem, and then Brown tried to tip it to Cash Mortensen down in the corner, goes out of bounds. So the Eagles gain possession off a Kanab turnover.
Well, what happened is 2 players there in the area both thought the other was going to take it, so Brown was left with nothing more than just to tip it ahead.
Hakeem, Okur on the left side. 3-pointers, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Holy cow. So that's already 4 3-pointers in this first quarter. The lead back to 10.
Yeah, there's that fast start. 18-8, 10-point lead for the Eagles. Cash off the Glazier screen, hesitates, drives, pulls up on the baseline. Jumpers off the front of the rim, and the rebound to Mberwa. Hakeem bringing it up on the left side, now back into the middle. Okor at the free throw line, one dribble to his left, pulls up, drills it.
So you wonder why he averages 24 points a game, 8 points already in the first quarter.
20-8 is your score. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. APA West Valley leads. We're going to take a quick break here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Fish Lake Lumber in Beaver is your local Benjamin Moore retailer. Stop by and let Fish Lake Lumber help you with your next project.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Ira Bowman and Scott Langford here with you at SUU, where the Kanab Cowboys have come out in a rough start, down 12 right now, 20-8 against the Eagles of APA West Valley.
Well, that was a key to the game. We talked about that fast start, and right now I don't have the shooting percentages quite yet. We'll have them. But yeah, Draper APA has, or excuse me, APA West Valley has been unconscious from outside.
Subs into the game for the Cowboys: Cale Glover, Brogan Verostko, and Troy Fetterkyle for Coach Glazier now. Fetterkyle drives right into the middle at the free throw line. Drop off pass to Baird. He lost it, secures it, and Verostko has it up the top of the key. Kyle Brown now on the left side, looking inside. Kick back, Verostko, pump fakes. Now Brown in the corner. Floaters, rims in and out. Rebound to Okor.
Yeah, good look. Just the push shot didn't go.
Okor fires from way downtown. That's an NBA three. And the rebound to Baird.
Argumedo thought that Okor was coming.
Cale Glover got bumped, hits the floor. No foul called, and Baird secures it. Cale Glover high on that right wing, down in the middle. Kyle Brown in the teeth at the free throw line. Swings the ball around. Cale Glover's three from the top of the key, hits the front of the rim, and the rebound to Duan. We've got a foul called on Kyle Brown.
Yeah, Brown puts his hand on the back of the player. I think if he doesn't reach out and touch the back, I think he's okay. But the contact creates the call.
Kyle Brown, an excellent rebounder.
First foul of the game at the 6-minute mark.
2:28 to go, and it's still 20-8 on the scoreboard here at SUU. Hakeem takes one dribble, fires a deep three. James Quinn, who's now also into the game for the Cowboys, gets the rebound over Duan, and it looks like they're going to get a foul on Duan.
Yeah, first foul of the game on Duan. But this is one thing that they struggled with in the last two games in the tournament is Okor and Duan both had some big foul trouble in both games.
And that's going to be maybe not a key if they're able to keep this lead, but if the Cowboys are able to cut it down, it might be late. Cale has it up at the logos, center court. Now dribbles up to the right wing. Skip pass to Kyle Brown, goes out of bounds over his head. And another Kanab Cowboys turnover.
Yeah, Brown was actually moving the other direction, and Glover thought that he was going to be in the other spot set up for the three.
Yeah. Hakeem to give it to Okor in the backcourt. Also now into the game for the Cowboys is number 3, Cooper Anderson. So Coach Glazier going to his subs really early in this game. Not a single starter on the floor except for Trey Castino. Duan has it on the left block, gives it to Hakeem on the left wing. Tight defense from Quinn and Anderson. Hakeem gets by Anderson, floats it over the top of the help, and puts it in.
What a take by Hakeem as he goes right to the baseline, jumps back to the bucket, just right over the rim for the score.
And that was great energy pressure defense from Anderson.
Yeah.
And Quinn off the bench. Fetterkyle's free throw jump shot blocked by Okor, and Argumedo has it in the corner, gives it to Mberwa. Okor, top of the key, hesitates, crosses over, hesitates again, takes one step, goes up to the rim, blocked by James Quinn, And Cooper Anderson will bring it up now. James Quinn has it and traveled.
Yeah, he caught it in motion. He's probably not the guy you want to pass the ball back to. He pats his own chest, but I'm not sure you want the big fella who I thought played very well on the defensive end last possession. He's probably not the guy you want to throw it to in transition.
No, Cooper Anderson just needs to be able to keep that dribble alive. As of course skips it across to the left sideline. Umberwa with it, guarded by Castino. Up at the top, Duan's got it. He drives on Cash. Mortensen puts it up. He's going to be fouled. See if they give it to Cash or James Quinn, is both of them.
I think Mortensen will pick it up.
Cash Mortensen with the foul. You could see him kind of smack down on Duan's arm on the drive.
Quinn did a nice job. That's the second time he's come off that backside.
Yeah.
And he blocked that shot even though there was a foul.
Yeah, and I thought James Quinn played very well yesterday in the Cowboys' loss to North Summit.
Yeah, Quinn a junior. So, with the exception of Baird, all these Cowboys back, there's a bright future for Kanab basketball.
Duan's first free throw went in, and the second one rolls around and then drops.
16-point lead now.
24-8, under a minute to play. Mortensen has it at the left side of the free throw line, spins back around, gives it to Castino at the top of the key, jump stop. Cash in the left wing, now in the corner. Verasco fires the three off the back rim. Cooper Anderson fights with Umberwa for the rebound. It'll go out of bounds.
Yep. I believe they'll call a foul. Foul on Anderson.
Yep. Jumped over the back of Umberwa.
Well, he caught the arm. So what happened, Umberwa was up, and he caught that left arm as he came around.
Yep.
3 team fouls on the Cowboys, just 1 on Draper APA.
Hakeem with his Kobe Grinch's bright lime green shoes brings it across midcourt, kicks it back out. Umberwa, he'll drive with the right hand, pull up just below the free throw line, back of the rim, pops off. Okor lands it in his hands. He's got corner 3, it falls out, and the rebound to Castino. It'll be out of bounds off of Hakeem.
So explain the reference. I liked it. What explain it now to the old guy.
The Kobe Grinches, the shoes, that's the name of the colorway.
Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that.
Yes. Trajan Glazier back into the game. Gives
There's
it to
old
Cooper
people
Anderson.
listening to this broadcast, Ira. You got to explain some of this.
James Quinn puts it in off the glass.
That's the value of a deep bench.
And a long shot by Umberwa won't go. So that will be the end of the first quarter. APA West Valley in complete control. 24-10 here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Love cheese? We do too. If you are ready to take on the responsibility and opportunity that comes with being an employee owner, Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packager in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Great Lakes Cheese, located on the south end of Fillmore, supporting Millard and surrounding counties in central Utah.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Scott Langford, Ira Bowman here with you at SUU. We've played 1 quarter in this 3rd and 4th place matchup between the Kanab Cowboys, the #1 seed, and the APA West Valley Eagles, the #2 seed. And so far, it's been all Eagles. 24-10 is the score. APA West Valley leads.
I do want to say that some of those Nike Kobe Grinch shoes, $3,400 for the first edition. Holy cow.
Cash Mortensen has it on the left wing. Jab step, pulls up from 3, got it to go.
Critical for the Cowboys.
The big shot from Cash Mortensen, and Barrow will now bring it up on the middle of the floor for the Eagles. Kanab Cowboys have switched to a man-to-man defense after starting out in a zone. And we're going to get a foul call. Looks like they'll give it to
Anderson again.
Yeah, he was fighting over those screens as they ran him across. They ran Hakeem across that free throw line.
Well, I think it's going to be important right now for the Cowboys. They've got to get back in this game. You know, this is a great team, 2 great teams. This second quarter is going to be critical.
11-point lead now for APA West Valley. We're going to get another foul. A little push.
So Brown will pick up number 2.
And Kyle Brown struggled with foul trouble this year along with Baird.
He's got some nice shoes himself.
I wish I could tell you what those ones were, but unable to. Okur, tough jumper on the baseline. Hits it in the face of Cash Mortensen.
You said tough jumper, but that was under duress.
Trey Castano's 3 is short from the right corner. Rebound to Okur. He'll bring it up the right side. 1-on-4. Steps, takes it to the basket. Argumento had it. Hakeem, top of the key, 3-pointer, and drills it.
Jeez, the Draper APA shooting lights out. And I didn't get the, I'll give you some field goal percentages here in a moment.
Cash Mortensen comes off the Glazier screen. Looks for somebody to give it to. Trey Castano has the top of the key. James Quinn looking to attack, pulls up over the top of Okur. Tough contested jumper by Quinn, and Okur will now bring it up on the left side.
Yeah, over 50% from outside the arc.
Okur, tough step back over the top of Cash Mortensen.
He blocked it.
And he blocked it. Okur thought he got hit on the hand. No foul was called. Mortensen pulls up on the left wing. His 3-pointer is good.
That's great news for the Kanab Cowboys. They need Cash Mortensen to heat up 9 points already.
Hakeem has it. He'll pull up from the America First logo on the sideline and drill it. We're seeing a 3-point shooting clinic here at SUU.
13 points for Hakeem. Was that Okur or Hakeem?
That was Hakeem. Okay. Glazier's 3-pointer is good on the right wing. That one was inside the college, but outside the high school 3-point line. And Hakeem has it on the right wing. Hesitates. Guarded by Cash. Gives it over to Mberwa. Guarded by Glazier. Mberwa blocked by Glazier in the lane. He sent it back, and Cash Mortensen has it on the right wing. He'll reset at the top of the key. Now Kyle Brown. Now Glazier has it. Back to Cash. Quinn. Good ball movement from the Cowboys. Cash fakes it. Has it at the top of the key. Trey Castano now in the corner. Bounce pass into Quinn. He'll take one dribble. Spin back. Float it up. And it'll be short off the rim.
Almost a great move as he tried the finger roll on the right side. Just caught the bottom of the rim.
Hakeem thought about the step back. Argumento will step back for a 3-pointer in the corner. That one comes off the rim. Castano with the rebound. Now Castano in transition. Wide open 3. That one was left short. Glazier with the offensive rebound, and he couldn't get the putback to go.
Yeah, he was just at a little bit of an odd angle behind the basket on the other side of the rim.
Yeah. Okur crosses over Cash, gets to the rim, kick out into the corner, and Mberwa catches it barely. Now drives, jump stop, puts it over the top of Cash Mortensen, and a great floater.
Yeah, a super stop.
Trey Castano, mid-range jumper, falls off the front of the rim, and the Cowboys are struggling from the field again.
In the first quarter, only 31%. So overall, 31%, 40 from field goal range, 25% from threes, and APA West Valley shooting 52%. They've shot better than that. 7 rebounds for APA West Valley, 8 for Kanab.
Yeah, and it's been odd to see Trey Castano miss as many open shots as he's had today. Same with yesterday. I believe he airballed his first 3 jump shots, which is something that I've never seen from him.
No, that's what I said. It's just, it was such an odd shooting night for the Cowboys.
Mberwa catch and shoot 3 off the inbounds pass on the baseline. He's got it on the left wing. Another 3-pointer for the APA Eagles.
That is 6 in the second quarter alone.
Cash has it on the right wing, crosses over Mberwa. Now kicks it back out. Kyle Brown to Glazier on the left wing. Now Kyle Brown way out top at the logo. Still a 2-3 zone for APA. Wyatt Orton into the game for the Kanab Cowboys. The big man will drop in the free throw line jumper.
How about Orton as he turns around, just calmly knocks it down from the bench. Some bench points for the Cowboys.
Hayden Gubler also into the game for the Cowboys at the top of that 2-3 zone, guarding Okur. Okur cut off by Mortensen and Gubler. Hakeem's 3-pointer off the back of the rim, and Hayden Gubler the rebound. He'll push it up on the right sideline. Drives to the middle, kicks out Brown in the corner calmly. Wyatt Orton, another free throw line jumper, and he got it.
Hey, Orton off the bench, immediate spark for the big fella.
And the Cowboys needed it badly. Mberwa brings it up to the middle of the floor. Okur has it on the left wing into the corner. Now back out, Okur and Hakeem at the top. Mberwa fakes, Okur has it, thought about the 3, hesitates, loses it, regains it. Mberwa has it, now down into Hakeem at the free throw line. Back out the opposite side. Okur, three-pointer at the top of the key. That one missed badly. And the rebound to March, number 10 for the Eagles, who's checked into the game, along with number 12, Chris Monroy, for APA West Valley. And they'll get a timeout here at SUU. This is the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Zions Bank is celebrating 150 years in our community. Whether you're looking to open a new account or save for the future, their bankers are ready to help you right now or when it's convenient for you. Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Southern Utah University campus, to this 3rd and 4th place matchup where we're seeing a 3-point clinic being put on by both the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Yeah, if you like shooting, 7 for the Eagles and 5 for the Cowboys.
12 in the game overall. Mberwa has it at the top of the key. Hakeem thought about that deep 3. Now he'll just hesitate and bring it back out. Skip cross-court pass into the corner, and Mberwa's corner 3. And the game totals now up to 13 3-pointers for both teams.
Check this out. 2 for Mberwa, 2 for Okur, and 4 for Hakeem.
Excellent team scoring. Hayden Gubler into the game for the Cowboys, puts up an air ball, corner 3, rebound to the big man Wyatt Orton, and he's going to be fouled on his putback attempt.
Yeah, really good job. He identified the shot was short and had the nice, he's got great hands. I think he's going to play some college football because of his athleticism.
Yeah.
He looks like a college athlete, so.
His dad, Bucky Orton, an assistant coach on the Cowboys staff and used to be the football coach down at Kanab High School.
Yeah. He played at Weber State.
Yes, he did. So
he likes to say he's a better fisherman than me, but he is not.
I'll have to bring that up to him after the game when I go talk to him.
Yeah, just cast for cast, I'm far better. You can tell him I said that on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wyatt Orton misses his first free throw.
I taught him a lot of good stuff.
And his second free throw rolls around and then falls in. Wyatt Orton's got 5 points off the bench, a free throw and 2 free throw line jumpers as Hakeem brings it up in the middle of the floor, now on that right side.
He scored Kanab's last 5 points.
Hakeem, 3-pointer on the left side, short off the rim. Kyle Brown's got it. He was going to fall out of bounds, so he throws it to Okur, who takes 1 drop step and the 2-handed flush.
Yeah, Brown got himself in trouble and gave an assist to Okur with a highlight dunk.
Yeah, Kyle Brown knows it.
Nate Palmer writing that one down for future reference.
Kyle Brown's got it at the top of the key. He'll fire a deep 3 and
nice.
Got it. Kyle Brown, not much of a shooter for the Cowboys, but will hit one eventually, gets the deep one to go.
Oh, and that was critical. Take some of that momentum away from the big dunk.
Yeah. Hakeem has it on the left side. Okur into the corner. 3-point shot is up by Monroy, and the rebound to March. And Brogan Verosco back into the game for the Cowboys comes up with the steal. Kyle Brown again got up in the air and almost turned it over as it ends up with Cash Mortensen in the corner, fouled by Monroy.
Yeah, Monroy, he took the fake by Mortensen. One of the things about Cash Mortensen is he's got that off dribble, so he does the odd movement that makes the defender think that he's got the advantage. So they take that step, and then all of a sudden, Mortensen's there to run into.
Yeah.
Super quick on the dribble.
Duan back in for APA, along with Cale Glover and Maddox Baird for the Cowboys. Trey Castano in the right corner, picks up his dribble, gets it to Kyle Brown off the tip from Mberwa. Kanab having to play far out beyond the three-point line with this extended 2-3 zone. Barrett's got it at the free throw line. One dribble kick out. Cash Mortensen thought about the three. Now shoots it after faking a pass, and he's got another three-point bucket. Cash Mortensen drilling it.
Yeah, he's got 4 in the game all by himself. That's 12 points for Mortensen.
42-30 as we're under a minute here in this second quarter. Duan takes one dribble, puts it off the glass, can't get it, and the rebound to Kyle Brown as he'll bring it up on that left side. Cal Glover thought about it. Now Cash fakes the pass, has it at the top of the key. Brown's got it. Just Trey Castino, and now Cash back up top, splits the defense, pulls up from just below the free throw line. Hakeem with the rebound, now with 30 seconds remaining. 42-30, Hakeem just gonna run down, play for one shot, gets it to Duan in the corner. Well, out to Mberwa in the corner, and give Duan the assist to Mberwa. Another three-point bucket.
Goodness, what a display of shooting we're seeing.
Cash Mortensen goes behind the back and almost loses his footing as we're now under 10 seconds. 5 on the clock. Kyle Brown's got it. Cash Mortensen on the opposite side. He'll fire it over the top of Duan, and it won't go at the buzzer. Halftime here at SUU. The APA West Valley Eagles, the number 2 seed in this tournament, up 45-30, a 15-point lead over the number 1 seed Kanab Cowboys here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Kern River Gas Transmission wishes the Millard Eagles good luck this season and reminds everyone that damage from others digging into a pipeline is one of the main causes of pipeline failures. Never guess where a pipeline is located. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or homeowner, if you plan to dig, call Blue Stakes to make sure all utilities are marked. Call Blue Stakes at 800-662-4111 or the new national 811 number at least 48 hours before digging. Kern River Gas Transmission Company reminds you to call before you dig. It's free. It's the law.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that's served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Ira Bowman and Scott Langford with you here on the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show, where champions are propelled by direction, teamwork, commitment, and vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones and DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. Now, Scott, this has been a three-point shooting clinic. We were talking there during break. This is a 15-point game, but it doesn't quite feel like it because it's just so entertaining.
No, unbelievable. 16 threes in the first half, and if you like shooting, you've seen it from everywhere on the court in every possible configuration. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and both teams have been doing it pretty efficiently for the most part.
Yeah, we keep holding our breath during shots.
Yeah.
You know, but efficiently, yeah, I'll come up with the percentages here in a minute. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Cash Mortensen has been playing well. He's got 12 points in this half. That's the most as anybody on the Kanab team had in the entire game yesterday versus North Summit.
Glazer's output, and he was the team scorer.
Yeah. And he's been the key for them not to be down by 20 or more. I believe you said he's got 4 3-pointers in this game.
Yeah, 4 of them.
And on the APA West Valley side, they've been playing very well on both offense and defense. We talked about it in the pregame on who's going to play whose game. Yesterday, APA played Enterprise's game, and it didn't work out for them. Today, APA is forcing Kanab to play their game, and it's playing advantage to the Eagles.
It is, and Kanab has shot quite well, as we'll see in a moment, so that's why they're in this game. But this is Draper APA. This is the Eagles. This is what they like to do. It's that wide open thing. Though I will tell you, they typically do not shoot like this from outside. You know, you look at, you've got Okora, who normally shoots about 40% from outside. After that, everyone's in the mid-20s from three-point line, according to Max Preps. So, I mean, this is unusual for the Eagles as well.
Well, maybe Okora's good games throughout this tournament so far has just kind of that good energy has just been infectious, and they've all been able to shoot well. And, you know, when 1 or 2 of your teammates hits a shot and you gain a lead, that confidence as an entire team just builds and builds and builds. And that really brought down the Cowboys' energy in the first quarter. They came out in the second quarter, a couple of bench scorers. Quinn, Orton came off the bench and were very key into keeping them in this game.
Yeah, no, they absolutely were. So you throw the 5 points by Orton cuts into that. This game could easily be out of hand, but this is within reach because hot shooting teams, you know, if Draper APA stays shooting exactly like they are, they'll win this game.
Yeah.
But if they cool off, which is usually what you see a flaming hot half of basketball, you'll usually see a slowdown somewhere, because I'm going to just give you a stat. 50% from the field, that's tough to continue to maintain. Kanab 41, that's from the three-point line.
50% from the three-point line. Any coach will take that at any point during any game.
Any team.
That is extremely efficient. And Kanab shooting 41%. I mentioned this to you at the beginning of break. Normally when Kanab shoots 41% from 3, they're never down by 15.
No, matter of fact, if you say, okay, let me give you a stat line. You ready?
All right.
Okay. So Kanab shoots 38% overall, including 7 for 17 from the three-point line, 1 for 2 free throws. You say, oh, well, Kanab's up. No, they're down 15 because 57% from inside the arc, 50% outside, 9 for 18. Overall, 53% for APA West Valley. So just shooting out of their minds.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think APA West Valley has taken more than 2 free throws in that first half.
Both teams with 2 free throws. Kanab 1 for 2, APA West Valley 2 for 2.
Okay, so just that 1 point difference at the free throw line. Kanab has been iffy from the free throw line this year, but they've still iffy in this game. They might need to be able to try and get to that free throw line more in this second half, but we'll get to that in a minute as we get to the second half keys for both APA West Valley and Kanab Cowboys.
Let me give you a couple other stats. 16 rebounds for the Cowboys, 13 for APA West Valley. But here's a stat you don't see very often. 5 turnovers by Kanab, which is great. Not a turnover in the first half for Draper APA. APA West Valley.
That is tremendous basketball from the Eagles when you can play an entire half without 1 turnover. And even for Kanab, 5 turnovers in 1 half. That is very good as well for the young team that they are.
It's true.
Especially at this level.
That's right.
So when we come back, we'll give you keys to the second half for this 3rd and 4th place matchup in the two-way state tournament. This is the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes in Millard County. Intermountain Delta Community and Fillmore Community Hospitals, providing a strong, dedicated team for you.
Dependable truck drivers like you have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. That's why they provide their drivers with state-of-the-art equipment, ongoing training, and reliable, courteous support. Barney Trucking is now hiring Class A CDL drivers with Double's endorsement to help address our exceptional growth throughout Utah. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
When Bark detects a digital danger, I receive automatic alerts so that I can deal with problems as they arise, while still respecting my son's privacy by not having to read through every single message. Bark even delivers research-backed recommendations on dealing with the issue. This helps me and my son work together, trust each other, and build a deeper bond. Bark has helped protect millions of children while detecting tens of thousands of severe self-harm situations. Bark brings us closer together.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Bose Auto Parts is a locally owned company, and their mission is to be the leading parts provider by serving their customers, team members, and communities through hard work, integrity, and striving for excellence. Bose Auto Parts has 5 key locations across Utah: St. George, Cedar City, Beaver, Mount Pleasant, and Saratoga Springs. Bose delivers to wherever you are and community you might be in. Between their stores, they have won 16 Platinum Awards, 4 Best of Iron County, 3 Best of Southern Utah, 2 Best Places to Work. That's Bose Auto Parts.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Ira Bowman, Scott Langford with you here at SUU, where we're just about to start the second half between the APA West Valley Eagles and the Kanab Cowboys. Both teams playing very well, but there's been a couple individuals that have been lighting up the scoreboard.
Yeah, first for APA West Valley, you've got 13 points for Mberwa and 12 points for Okur, 14 for Peter Hakim. He leads all scorers. 6 points for Moses Duan. For the Cowboys, 12 points for Cash Mortensen. He's the only one in double figures. 5 points for Orton off the bench. 3 apiece for Brown, Castino, and Glazier. 2 points for Quinn.
And Wyatt Orton making a good push for that sub of the game.
Yeah. He'd be my first half choice.
Duan gives it to Mberwa, top of the key three off the back rim. Trey Castino in transition fires a 3 from the wing. That one comes off the backside of the rim. Rebounded Duan, and he threw it off of Glazier's foot, so it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay.
Yeah. Hakeem did a really great thing. He knew it, so he didn't grab that ball. He could have grabbed it, but that's got a lot of spin.
Yeah.
Smart move by the senior.
Pulled his hand back, and Hakeem will bring it up. Crossing over, Glazier now hands it off to Duan on the right wing. Back to Okur, jab step, guarded by Cash. Kanab Cowboys in a man-to-man defense once again. Hakeem will pull up from the college three-point line off the back iron, and Cash Mortensen down with the rebound. So 3 threes and 3 misses to start the second half.
We didn't get to keys the game, but what I said off air was it was going to be field goal percentage. If someone cools off, it could be a different kind of game.
Looks like both teams are already starting to cool off.
Yeah.
And Hakeem comes up with a steal on one end. Okur's got it. Now Argumedo at the top of the key.
Brown did a nice job of closing on that to stop the shot.
Mberwa's got it, driving right. Spins at the free throw line, pulls up over top of Castino and got it off the glass. Difficult shot and a great contest. Trajan Glazier throws it right to Okur, and Okur takes one dribble and throws it down with 2 hands.
Now that's the second time the Cowboys have given a highlight dunk to Okur.
Yeah, Trajan Glazier was not watching where Okur was. He was trying to give it to Mortensen.
Back up to 19, the lead.
Another 2, still a 2-3 zone for West Valley. Trey Castino's got it at the free throw line, takes one dribble with his left. Now Mortensen will drive baseline, kick out. Glazier will fire another 3. That one hits the back of the rim, and Okur the rebound.
Wow, he just went up. He wasn't over the back, he just grabbed it higher than everyone else.
Hakeem with the hesitation and finishes it with the right hand off the glass. Beautiful move.
Big trouble for the Cowboys. 6-0 run. Leads to 21.
51-30, just under 6 minutes in this third quarter. Trajan Glazier's got it at the free throw line. Now Kyle Brown, Cash Mortensen open on that right wing. His three-pointer is up and down. Another three-pointer for Cash Mortensen. I believe that's his 5th.
That's 5, you're right.
Hakeem to bring it across midcourt. Looking for Argumedo. He hasn't hit a 3 as we've seen him hit a few this weekend.
First game, he lit it up from outside. Second game, he didn't score.
Beautiful move by Okur. The hesitation, the crossover, and the finish at the rim.
16 points for Okur.
Glazier throws it up. Three-pointer was off. Great contest by Duan. And then Mberwa has it taken away by Brown. Cash Mortensen in the right corner. Skip pass to Trey Castino. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Hakeem.
Yeah, Peter Hakeem did a great job with the left hand. Almost had it, but knocked it out of bounds.
That dead ball will give Cale Glover an opportunity to step into the ball game for Trajan Glazier. And as soon as Glazier threw that pass, they gave Okor the dunk. Coach Glazier signaled Cale to go in for him. And now Cale will have it tipped out of bounds by Hakeem.
You can see why Hakeem averages over 4 steals a game. Great hands.
Yeah, lightning quick, and knows where to reach without fouling.
I think that is more impressive than the quickness. It's just the hands are always in the right place.
Cale's got it at the free throw line. Kick out. Kyle Brown's college three-pointer. Front off the rim, and the rebound to Okor again. Okor throws it into the corner looking for Hakeem. And
Okor says, you should have broke to the basket, and he's right. The lane was wide open.
It was.
And he assumed that his buddy was going to just cut right on the right side and turnover.
Yeah, instead, the ball almost hits the photographer down there in the corner, and Cash Mortensen's got it at the logo on the other end. Now Kyle Brown get it into Mortensen. Mid-ranger, he didn't shoot it. Kick out. Cale Glover on that left corner, rims in and out, and the rebound to Okor.
Okor averages 8 rebounds a game, and you can see why.
Okor crossover, guarded by Cash, picks it up, gives it back to Hakeem. Cross court to Mberwa on that left side, drives with the left hand, gives it to Duan, and Duan's going to be blocked and fouled by Cash Mortensen.
Yeah, Mortensen did a nice job. It's just Duan a little bit high. We'll watch the replay on this one. Mortensen didn't move is all, and caught that right hand.
Yeah, just got that wrist. And that's one thing that I've been watching as I've watched these Kanab Cowboys very closely all year, as their post defense has struggled. When the ball gets into that low area, it's been very difficult for the Cowboys to get a stop, and I believe that's why Buck Sargent yesterday of North Summit was able to drop 20 points on them in their victory over the Cowboys. And it's a very big turnover for the Cowboys this year from last year, and that could be a reason.
Yep, tough. Got to find some answers going forward, too, with the size.
Yeah. Duan's second free throw falls, and Cash Mortensen slowly walking it up on that right sideline. Now into the middle of the floor. Troy Fetterkyle, number 24, back into the game for the Cowboys, as Kyle Brown's got it on that right wing slot. Into Cale Glover at the free throw line. Fetterkyle's got it in the corner. Bounce pass into Baird, taken away by Duan.
Yeah, Duan saw that one coming. He just slipped past the post player.
Hakeem drives off that right foot and the right hand, finishing high off the glass. Got it to go. Another 2 points, 56-33, as we've got 3:42 to play in this third quarter. Cale Glover's three-pointer from the left wing off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound to Baird. He pump fakes and takes one dribble, then goes up. Gets it to go on the putback.
Much needed bucket for the Cowboys.
I believe that's 4 points for Baird, all of them coming on putbacks. Hakeem's three-pointer, heavily contested by Glover, is off the mark. Kyle Brown on the run out to Baird as he takes a couple of steps and finishes it off the glass. That looked like a travel to me, but no call.
I smiled as well as he takes two steps.
Okor crosses over, three-pointer over Cash Mortensen, hits the front of the rim, and the Cowboys are out running again. Cash Mortensen with the open layup this time. Give the assist to Cale Glover.
Yeah, some transition buckets. That's now 17 for Mortensen.
Hakeem will bring it up that left side. Off the screen from Duan. The roll, Mberwa in the corner. He'll pull up from the mid-range off the mark, and Kyle Brown comes down with a tough rebound over Duan. Cale Glover into Baird, fast in transition down in the post. Ball reversal to Troy Fetterkyle. His corner three-pointer was short, and the rebound to Duan.
Quickly ahead.
That pass from Okor up to Hakeem, tipped away, and the Cowboys come up with it. Cale Glover, now brings it up the middle of the floor. Kyle Brown in and out reverse dribble. Cash has it. Right wing three-pointer off the back rim, and Duan's got it.
That was a deep three, not quite set, fading left as he shot that one. That makes it a little bit harder to make those shots.
Hakeem's got it, crosses midcourt, and Coach Wood will call a timeout for APA West Valley. 56-39 in favor of the Eagles with 2 minutes exactly on the clock here at SUU on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Discover squeaky cheese, hand-dipped ice cream, and family-friendly bathrooms all at the Creamery, Beaver's Cheese Store. With an expanded storefront, you can explore our farm-to-table story, sample our signature cheeses, enjoy breakfast or lunch at the Creamery kitchen, or shop some of Utah's favorite products from specialty cheeses to local honey and jam. Stop on in and discover what the excitement is all about. Visit the Creamery in Beaver at 165 South, 500 West. Now open Sundays noon to 6 and extended hours Thursdays and Fridays until 8 p.m.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Back here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live at Southern Utah University campus, where Kanab Cowboys have fallen down still 39-56 in favor of the Eagles. 2 minutes remaining, and it's been a little bit of a different story offensively for both teams in this quarter, especially for the Eagles.
Yeah, they've kind of gone back to what they do best, which is the slashing, attacking. You know, now they've got all 2-point buckets, no threes yet in the second half, and you know, Kanab on a 6-0 run right now, as they were down by 23. They've cut it to 17. They're going to have to continue that.
Barrow will get it in the backcourt, bring it across at the top of the key. Now Hakeem's got it on the left wing. Okor back handoff to Hakeem. Beautiful set play. Okor pump fakes at the top of the key. Dump off to Duan, and he finishes it off the glass. Beautiful execution from the Eagles.
Yeah, how about the assist from Okor? Drew the defense, dropped the bounce pass.
Cale Glover's got it on the left wing. Back to Kyle Brown on that right slot, playing very high up. Now Cale Glover at the free throw line, doesn't look to shoot it. Troy Fetterkyle's got it. Skip pass to Cash Mortensen in the corner. 3-pointers up, and it rims out. Almost went in, but doesn't go.
And there's Duan skying for the board.
Hakeem, long pass to Mberwa on the opposite left wing. And now Hakeem will reset at the top of the key, calling for a screen from Argumedo. Now Okor's got that good pass on the cut, got Cash Mortensen in the air. He puts up the shot, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Mortensen.
Yeah, that'll put Okor at the free throw line. First free throws of the evening. Mortensen's third foul, yeah. Okor did a really nice job. You know, Mortensen, you've got to time those. When you've got a guy within 6 feet, you have to try to bother the shot.
Yeah.
And just got up in the air, and Okor did a really good job of waiting.
I mentioned the post defense from the Cowboys that they've been struggling this year. And when at the Grand game on Thursday, Cash Mortensen is really the main point guard for the Cowboys, and he was the lead guard, the lead defender on Lane Berry, who is a very good player at 6'2", I believe, is what he is. So the biggest player on the floor, and Cash Mortensen was guarding him. Okor makes the free throw. Now Mortensen has it on that right slot.
Just real quick before you leave that, you go from Berry to Sargent. Tough job for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Berry from Sargent now to Okor.
Yeah.
Even though the Cowboys have been playing a little bit of a zone, but when they're matched up, that's a tough. 3 really good players to guard 3 games in a row.
Yeah, Hakeem gets his hands on both inbounds passes.
Cash has it on that right wing. Spins into the free throw line. Cale Glover's catch and shoot 3-pointer off that front of the rim. Rebound bounces, and it'll go out of bounds. Referee signals Cowboys basketball. Could have been anybody's call there.
Duan hit it, and then it went off the bottom of the backboard out of bounds.
So Cash Mortensen to inbound on the left side of the backboard. Cale Glover fading out. Cash will throw it across to Trey Castino. His 3-pointer short off the front of the rim. Won't go. And Hakeem's got it slowly up that right sideline. We'll just give it to Duan. Now back to Hakeem, still at that America First logo on the right sideline. We'll hand it off to Mberwa, who'll bring it back across to the top. Now Okor wanting one shot. There's about half a second, 1 second difference between shot and game clock. 15. Now down to 12. Argumedo, quick catch and shoot 3 off the rim, won't go. And Duan with the tipped rebound, but they'll they'll get him with the call.
He tried. He swung that arm, but he caught the head of the player. I didn't see who it was, but as he swung. I believe it was
Baird.
Yeah, so Baird, he caught his head.
8 seconds now. Cale Glover's got it. They didn't start the clock until after Cale got past half court. Cash Mortensen down into Kyle Brown. He'll spin, flip it up with the reverse, and got it to go.
Sweet move.
Athletic finish from the lengthy Kyle Brown. 60-41, 19-point ball game at the end of 3 quarters here at SUU in the 3rd and 4th place matchup between the top 2 seeds. This is the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, powered by Centracom and KSL Sports.
Are you or a loved one experiencing a mental health crisis? Let us help. Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital offers no-cost mental health assessments, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your mental health care. Insist on Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital for instant care. Call us today to speak with one of our highly trained mental health professionals. Call 801-852-2273. Or for more information, visit aspengrovehospital.com.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home. Drive yours away this President's Day. Get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Ira Bowman here with Scott Langford alongside me. We've played 3 quarters in this 3rd and 4th place game here at the state tournament. Lights out shooting from 3 in the first half, not quite the same in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, only 1 from Cash Mortensen on the Kanab Cowboys, none for Draper APA, yet the 2-point shooting's been phenomenal.
60-41 is the score in favor of the APA West Valley Eagles. Trey Castino driving with the right hand, floater with the left at the free throw line, and it rolls in after hitting every inch of the rim.
That's just what the doctor ordered for Trey Castino.
Mbarwa will bring it across at the logo, now top of the key. Way outside that 3-point line is Okur on that left wing, off the screen from Duan. Looks inside, doesn't give it to him, now just hands it off to Mbarwa. He'll dribble around, guarded by Baird. That's a mismatch, and Mbarwa will drop it off to Argumedo. Now Okur driving, pulls up from the free throw line. His tough jumper is good. Nothing but nylon for Okur.
Yeah, 20 points in the game for Komi Okur. That's a tough bucket.
Trey Castino's 3-pointer that was way behind the college 3-point line. He's had a tough shooting night as it is, and that one didn't go in again for Trey Castino, as Okur's got it on that right wing. Now Mbarwa will take another tough mid-range jumper off the front of the rim. Rebound to Kyle Brown this time, and they'll get Duan with the loose ball foul once again.
Yeah, foul number 3 for Duan.
And Maddox Baird is walking down that sideline just laughing, knowing he got hit a little bit.
So Trajan Glaver in. He'll replace, who was in, 21? No, 22. Trajan Glaver.
I believe Hayden Gubler was on the floor.
Gubler. That's right.
At number 21.
It's good to see him out. I know he had a leg injury. Is this his first action?
I believe so. It's his first action in the tournament as Kyle Brown hits the mid-range jumper. Now 62-45 with 6:30 left in the 4th. Okur's got it. In the corner, he was disrupted by Cash Mortensen, and Hakeem has it at the top of the key. He'll cross over behind the back, hesitate, float it over the top of Kyle Brown, and another tough 2-point bucket for the APA.
What do you do, Peter Hakeem, with the the behind the back, the dribble? You worry about the drive, you worry about the shot. He's playing great.
Very skilled athletes are the APA West Valley Eagles as Kyle Brown gets his little layup to hit every part of that front of the rim and somehow go over the top and go in.
9 points for Brown.
Hakeem's got it at the top of the key. Argumedo on the right side. Hakeem on the slot. Back to Argumedo on that right slot. His 3-pointer from way out there will hit the front of the rim and be tipped out of bounds by Duan.
Argumedo, the senior, trying to knock down 3. He's taking a couple.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit short tonight.
Senior in his last game looking for some kind of bucket. He had a great game Thursday and really struggled since.
Yeah.
Trajan Glazier to inbound it. When they clean up the floor, it looks like there was some stuff down there in front of the Kanab cheerleaders, whether it was
some pom-pom material.
Yeah.
I think.
Now Cash will bring it across midcourt. Still a 2-3 zone. We've seen that all game from APA West Valley.
Yep.
Cash into the corner. Trey Castino pump faked. He's going to be bumped by Okur and a foul.
Second team foul of this 4th quarter. 5:29 left, so not really a lot of danger in the bonus, but a timeout.
64-47, APA West Valley leads with 5 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter here at SUU on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Fish Lake Lumber in Beaver is your local Benjamin Moore retailer. Stop by and let Fish Lake Lumber help you with your next project.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Back here at the Southern Utah University campus, Ira Bowman, Scott Langford with you here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. 64-47, the Kanab Cowboys is the #1 seed in this 2A Boys State Tournament, trails the APA West Valley Eagles, and it has been the Eagles since tip-off, and they haven't slowed down one bit.
No, they haven't. And in that first quarter, we talked about the fast start. They got the fast start.
Yeah, and that being the biggest key to this game. Maddox Baird will get it on the baseline, hand it off to Cash Mortensen. Kyle Brown, crossover dribble, slips, hits the floor, and gets it around to Trajan Glazier. He'll pull up on the baseline. Mid-range jumper won't go. Tipped around, and O'Core's got the rebound. Now on the break, left-handed dribble all the way to the rim. Cash Mortensen will tip it out of bounds.
Yeah, O'Core, he was going to go all the way, and Mortensen said, no, I'm going to bother this.
O'Core, you could tell he wanted a dunk. He comes out from that smiling and laughing. Duwan's got it in the corner off the inbound from Hakeem. Trajan Glazier slaps it away. Hakeem and Duwan not on the same page with who was gonna what they wanted to do there in that corner.
Not that time.
Now an even tougher spot to inbound on that corner sideline, as O'Core's got it back near midcourt, and he'll bring it up on that left slot, down to Duwan on the baseline, back out. Hakeem's three-pointer on the way, off the front of the rim. Still not a single three-pointer for the Eagles in this half, as Cash Mortensen couldn't grab the rebound, so another possession.
How about the hops, though, for Cash Mortensen?
He got way up there.
Yeah, he did.
Couldn't grab it. It'll go out of bounds, and APA West Valley will have possession when we come back here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Love cheese? We do too. If you are ready to take on the responsibility and opportunity that comes with being an employee owner, Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packager in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at greatlakescheese.com. Again, that's greatlakescheese.com. Great Lakes Cheese, located on the south end of Fillmore, supporting Millard and surrounding counties in central Utah.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
O'Core's got it in the corner back here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, and Bearwood now has it here on TeamHive.live. That pass barely tipped by Castino, as O'Core will reset with Hakeem at the top of the key. 20 seconds on the shot clock now. O'Core's got it. Free throw line fadeaway jumper goes in for O'Core. He hit a couple of those versus Enterprise yesterday.
There's really nothing you can do with his size and the jump shot.
Kyle Brown, one-handed pass to Castino, looking to reset it and hands it off. Cash Mortensen has it way out at the logo. Kyle Brown will just give it off to Trajan Glazier on that right wing. Now Cash in the corner. In the deep corner is Trey Castino, his three-pointer off the back of the rim, and that won't go. Mberwa on the break. He'll go up around Cash Mortensen, and the athletic, acrobatic finish by Mberwa.
Yeah, 17 points for the sophomore.
Cash in transition, hook pass to Kyle Brown. Will go out of bounds, and Cash thought Kyle was going to stay in the corner.
Yep, substitutions coming for the Kanab Cowboys.
Cooper Anderson, number 3, into the game for Kanab, the junior, and Troy Fetterkyle as well, number 24, along with number 15, Brogan Verosco. And James Quinn also running up at the scores table now as Verosco comes up with the steal at the free throw line. Cash Mortensen's got it up that left sideline, slowly jogging. Now goes around Akeem, puts it up with the left hand off the glass and gets the finish.
Yeah, nice move. That was the hesitation rocker step.
Yeah.
And then explodes to the left side.
Cash Mortensen, excellent at that rocker step. 68-49 here on the scoreboard at SUU with 3:30 to play on the clock in this fourth quarter. Great ball movement from the Eagles. It's Argumedo with the drive, and then the kick back out, and Berwa has it on the left side. Hakeem now guarded by Cooper Anderson. Dribbles around to the top of the key. Argumedo with the three-pointer again. Misses off the front of the rim, and the rebound to Duan. Another possession for the Eagles.
I think the Eagles trying to get Argumedo a basket in his final contest.
Yeah, the senior in his final game hasn't scored yet. And Okor will dribble around Cash and Verosco. Swings it around Hakeem at the top left slot. Now Duan kicks it out. Okor three-pointer hits the rim and the backboard. Won't go. Cash Mortensen with the rebound, bringing it up the floor. Up ahead to Baird's got it at the baseline. Spins into Argumedo, puts it up off the glass, and they'll count the bucket.
That was an athletic move. Baird got hit in the face as he went up, so he was able to continue.
Yeah,
up
tough
after.
Baird spun, and it looked like he collided chin with Argumedo, and was able to put it off the glass. So Maddox Baird, the only senior on this Kanab roster, playing out his last 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Baird is at the free throw line for the and one as it rolls around and falls out. So Maddox Baird, I believe, with 6 points now, misses the free throw. 68-51.
That's the first free throw in the second half.
By both teams.
By the Cowboys.
By the Cowboys. Hakeem now on that right side. Okor faked the jumper. Now one dribble to his left, and he's got another mid-range bucket. Okor. 24 points for Okor. 24 of the total 70 that has been scored by the APA West Valley Eagles, as Troy Fetterkyle will set it up against the 2-3 defense. Cooper Anderson has it in that right corner. Loses his dribble. Verosco over the top of Okor, rolls around and it won't go. Maddox Baird had it tipped. It'll go out of bounds. So James Quinn will now have a chance to come on the floor.
Yeah, big hand by the Kanab faithful. Maddox Baird, the only senior on this team, as he takes a rest, gets a big hug from the coach, and what a great player.
All the Kanab fans in attendance giving him a round of applause, as Kanab's not too far away here from where we are in Cedar City. Pressure defense from Verosco and Anderson up top as Okor bringing it across midcourt. Now we've cracked under 2 minutes, 1:45. Troy Fetterkyle comes up with the tip, and it will. Nobody could have been grabbed, and nobody goes and grabs the basketball, so it'll roll out of bounds.
Hey, he's pretty tall. He didn't want to have to bend over. He just let it bounce about 4 times out of bounds.
It's too much effort to bend over and grab the basketball for Okor.
At my age, I feel the same.
Duan, tough finish over the top of James, and a great assist from Hakeem. Cooper Anderson bringing it up on the right sideline with pace. Into the corner, Verosco triggers a three-pointer, airballs it short, and Hakeem in transition. Looking to Mberwa, doesn't give it to him. Euro step past Anderson off the front of the rim. And a timeout for Coach Wood of APA West Valley. 74-51 here on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Zions Bank is celebrating 150 years in our community. Whether you're looking to open a new account or save for the future, their bankers are ready to help you right now or when it's convenient for you. Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Kanab Cowboys, the #1 seed in this tournament, are about to fall to the APA West Valley Eagles. 74-51 here on the scoreboard with just over a minute to play as Verosco has it on that left wing. Now into the corner to Cooper Anderson. He loses it.
Gubler.
And then you're right. That's Gubler. Cooper Anderson's on the other side. So Hayden Gubler, number 21, Cooper Anderson, number 3, as the Eagles come up with it. And Hakeem will slowly bring it across midcourt. Fires a pass down onto the baseline to Mohib Amir. And it'll go out of bounds. So Cowboys will gain possession. Cooper Anderson, another junior on this Cowboys team, brings it across. Gubler, one dribble, kick out Anderson, mid-range jumper. That's a long 2, it won't go. And Okor, another rebound. Okor with 24 points and 13 rebounds here at SUU. Hakeem will throw it in to Argumedo. His free throw line jumper comes off to that right side. Just kind of sandwiches in between the rim and the backboard. Now 25 seconds on the clock. Verosco pump fakes, got Argumedo in the air. His three-pointer rims out.
No.
Troy Federkyle gets the putback, and he grabbed the rim at the same time. It goes off the backboard, so it looked like a layup, but he grabbed the rim, so it kind of looked like a dunk.
Yeah, it wasn't a dunk, but it was close. It was close.
Almost.
We're going to say it was a dunk.
5 seconds now. Hakeem will dribble it out. 1 on the clock. 74-53 is the final score here as the APA West Valley Eagles take complete control of this game over the Cowboys. Okor with the big game for APA West Valley here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Well, we will be back with the Sunrise Engineering post-game show here on TeamHive.live and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.